Hey everyone, this is Shamina. I work as the Chief Design Officer at Skiskin and I'm also a freelance designer. I'm here today to answer the candid 10 questions which will help you guys understand my job role. In order to get into any design related job post, you are required to have a basic degree in design. I graduated from the National Institute of Fashion Technology, Bengaluru, and the design degree that I received was Bachelor's in Design, and the course that I pursued was knitwear design. There are many courses that NIFT offers, and whichever you pick apart from the management courses and the technology courses, you will receive a Bachelor's in Design degree. So the course which I pursued while I was at NIFT was knitwear design, and this falls under the category of fashion and apparel design. And the main focus over here is apparel design, where mostly we are working with knits, 98% knits. And as you know, like knitwear is taking over the market and everything you see around you is knits. So we as students are trained and how to use knits, how knits work, and you're also taught how to think as a designer, which is the most important. Whether you move from apparel to graphics to product, the main thing you need is design thinking. And NIFT, no matter which course you take, it helps you develop your design thinking skills. And knitwear helps you get into the retail market mostly. And if you're interested in getting into runway, becoming a designer for runway shows, you can feel free to do so. And so basically, we have many subjects under knitwear. Apart from just designing, we have photography, we have styling, you learn how to construct garments, you learn how to make patterns, and you also learn how to study the trends, the forecasts, and there's so much more, guys. Like, it's a very interesting field, and if you're interested in the fashion world, then knitwear is the way to go. And if you want to get into research, and if you're someone who's more towards how you can work with apparel to, like, whether it's the medical field, whether it's the sport field, knits are everywhere. So when you see the masks that the doctors wear, or the kind of antibacterial aprons, or when you look at your sports shoes, there's knits everywhere. So knits is a great field to get into, and if you are interested, I highly recommend getting into this field if you're interested in design. For exams, NIFT has their own entrance examination, and the application dates are usually out between October and January. This is the time frame where you can apply for the examination. And the exam goes this way. You first have your written test, you have your your situation test, and then you have the counseling or the interview, and after that is your enrollment. So in the written test, it's mostly MCQs. The first paper, which is the general ability test, is MCQ. You will have to know your basic math, your basic physics, chemistry, English, and general knowledge. And the second paper you get is the creative ability test, where you'll be sketching, and this is where your creative side is checked. Like, they test your creative ability over there, and this is your written test. And if you get selected in written test, you get to pass to the next, which is the situation test, where you're given a box full of materials and a question paper, and you have to make a tactile object, or you have to make the model or the product looking at the question. And if you pass your situation test, then you have your ranks that come out, and in the ranks it's up to where you stand, and you can put in your preferences. So NIFT, there are about 15 centers, NIFT centers across India. So depending on your rank and your preferences, that's the NIFT center you go to, and that's the course you get. So yeah, and so during counseling you have I think counseling 1, counseling 2, counseling 3. If you don't get your seat in the first counseling, you can try for second, you can try for third, until you get the course you're looking for, or if you're happy with what you have, go for it. And after that, yes, you're in NIFT. And by the way, NIFT lets you give your written exam twice, so you can attempt twice, and the best score is considered and it's tallied accordingly. So NIFT offers you a 4-year course in design and technology. So you have 8 semesters, where your first 2 semesters, the first year, you will be spending with everyone from different design departments come together. You're all jumbled, put into different classrooms, and you all learn the same subjects. Like the common learning happens, the common understanding of design happens. And from your second year, you move to your department, and over there you get into mainstream, learning about how your department works and the subjects that your department teaches you. And for until 7th semester, you're at the institute, and in the 8th semester, that's when you have your graduation project, which you can either do it as your own design project, or you can work with a company. You can work with a design brand or with a research institute, up to you. And you also have summer internships, which is after your 6th semester, and that will be for 2 months. And again, you have to work in an industry or in an export house or in a design house. You have to get your 2 months of internship learning, and after that you have your presentations, and which is eventually tallied for your CGPA in the end. And the fee structure for NIFT, it increases by 10% every year. So right now it's 1.5 lakh per semester, and every year they increase it by 10%, and that includes your security deposit, etc., etc. So you can look it up on the website. As for scholarships, yes, NIFT does offer you a variety of scholarships which you can apply for, although I did not opt for any of those. There are various scholarships offered from your second year to general merit students, OBC and SC/STs. So you will be informed about this from your department and from the institute, so just check with them about it. The main eligibility criteria required for you to apply for your bachelor's degree at NIFT is that you should have attained schooling for 10 plus 2 or 12 years, and you should have your certificate, your board's certificate, and that's all you need. Doesn't matter if you are in arts, science or commerce, anyone can apply. And if you have a diploma in textiles, you have the opportunity to apply through a special entry where you can start studying at NIFT directly from the second year. So you can skip the first year and you will start from your second year, and you will find further information about that on the website, and you can seek free counseling from the institute if required. So this is a course which is for people who are interested in fashion, in the retail industry, and who are very much keen on learning about design and who have the passion and drive towards the glamorous world of fashion. And if you're into textiles, if you want to get into research and development around textiles, and if you want to get into graphics, photography, be a creator, this is the field for you. So after graduating from an NIFT, you have a wide range of choices you can pick from for your career. There's designing, there's marketing, there's merchandising, and there's R&D. And for that, NIFT also offers you campus placements where there are companies coming in and you can apply and you can have your portfolio study and the companies can hire you during your campus placements, and you are also free enough, like you can apply for companies abroad and you can pursue the career of your choice. And for me, I graduated from NIFT in 2018. So after graduating, I took a 2-month break, and after that, I started freelancing because that was what I wanted. I felt I had a lot more to learn and I wanted more experience with different kinds of people in different areas of expertise. So while freelancing, I did a bit of graphics, I did a bit of fashion, lingerie, designing, web designing, print designs, kids wear, sleepwear, name it, I've tried it all. So after getting all the experiences that I wanted, I decided that marketing and social media is my interest. So that's when I opted to work with Skiskin, and Skiskin has been very supportive, and because I had 2 years of total experience in the design industry, so I was able to get the post of Chief Design Officer with Skiskin, and currently I'm handling their social media and designing posts and graphics for the company. Apart from NIFT, there are many other universities and institutes in India which offer you a degree and education in the field of fashion and apparel. There is NID, which is the National Institute of Design. There is Pearl Academy, and there is Shrishti. You can look into them, and if you are interested in studying abroad, I would recommend universities in London, Paris, New York, Italy, Japan. These are one of the fashion capitals, and the schools and the experience you get there are in abundance, and those are a few of the most reputed universities around the world out there as well. I've had a really vibrant career so far, I can say. So my journey starts with common school. That's the place where I had my entire schooling done until 10th grade. And after that, I moved to National College Janagar for my pre-university studies, where I took up PCMB along with Sanskrit and English. And during that time, again, science wasn't really getting to me, so I took up my interest moved towards NCC, and instead of being at college, I was at NCC camps all the time. And even in school, I mostly participated in swimming and athletic competitions, and studies were not really of my interest. I was never inclined towards studying. And I used to draw a lot, I used to sketch a lot, I was completely into anime and manga. So that's where the art comes in, and I was strongly inclined towards sketching, drawing, painting and stuff like that. So after graduating from National College, during that time I realized that design is what I want. So I moved to NIFT, and I thought NIFT is probably a good place where I don't have science, where I don't have math, and all I have to do is sketch. But I was completely wrong. You do have science, you do have math, you have a lot of chemistry coming in. Just be prepared. don't think the way I did. And yes, it required a lot of struggle, and I was on a financial budget. So while I was a student at NIFT, I took up freelance projects from within my connections, from people I came across. And if you tell your department that you are willing to do freelance projects, they get you projects and they guide you how to go about it. So you can get your little pocket money coming from here and there along with some experience, which is a good bonus, and you get to have good contacts too that way. So that's what I did. So I overworked myself a lot during university. I was kind of like a workaholic, but the work you get there is really enjoyable and it's really interesting and creative. So none of it was boring. And after that, I got an opportunity to study abroad for 3 weeks, which was funded by the university. So I was in Switzerland for 3 weeks summer program, and that's where I learned a bit more about textiles, and that's where the traveling part came in. And I realized that I'm someone who likes to move around and work. I'm not someone who likes to stay in one place and do the same monotonous thing. So that's when I realized freelancing is what I should start with. So all of these experiences came in. So after I graduated, there's freelancing, and now I'm working from home. Sometimes I'm traveling and working. I don't work in an office. Skin is situated in Japan, but I work from India, and I can one day be in Bangalore, I can be in Chennai the other day, I can be sitting in a cafe and working, I can be at WeWork. So it's a very flexible and a comfortable schedule that I have, and I can make decisions as I want, and that's what I like about it. Yeah, that's my journey and that's my story.